How were tithes managed in biblical times? Imagine living in a time when your harvest was not just for your family but also part of a divine system of giving. In biblical days, tithes were carefully organized to support religious leaders, community celebrations, and those in need. The system was based on a 7-year agricultural cycle, which helped keep everything balanced. People would set aside 1/10 of their crops or livestock as an offering to God. This was not just about giving money but about trusting God to provide for all needs. There were 3 main types of tithes. The first was the Levitical tithe, given every year to the Levites, who were the priests. They didn't own land, so this tithe supported their work in the temple and their daily lives. The second was the festival tithe, used during certain years to celebrate in Jerusalem. Families would bring their tithes to the city, where they could enjoy a feast and worship together. If traveling was too far, they could exchange their produce for money and spend it in Jerusalem. The third tithe was for helping the poor. Every 3rd and 6th year of the cycle, instead of the festival tithe, people gave a portion to aid widows, orphans, foreigners, and others in need. During the 7th year, called the Shemittah year, the land was left to rest. No tithes were collected, and people trusted that God would provide enough harvest in the previous years to sustain them. Tithes were mostly given in kind, like grain, wine, oil, or animals, but they could also be converted into money if needed. The process involved separating the tithe from the harvest, then delivering it to the temple or designated recipients. This system shows us that biblical finance was about more than just money. It was about stewardship, trusting God's provision, and caring for others. Giving was an act of worship, and supporting those who served spiritually was part of living faithfully. Today, believers can learn from this by managing resources responsibly, giving joyfully, supporting ministries, and caring for those in need. The biblical way of managing tithes encourages us to see giving as a way to honor God and help our communities grow stronger.